doesn't say when she's in because she can't. So I'm assuming she's in because she is a prompt person and she would have been in exactly on time.
Let me just call her prompt.
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 She's prompt.
Ferdinand Maria prompt.
Oh, not when answering texts or phone calls. They are not prompt when they have to.
They are not prompt people.
I think they like the what do you call it when someone's not available? What's that word? Oh, they like being aloof when it comes to contacting them for social events. I think it's their way to want people to really want them there. Like,
or they just us.
Or they just do it to us. But they're a little bit. I think they think they're royalty in terms of answering questions and texts. But when it comes to this class, they're prompt. Also, they don't like that Joe Weeks is always late. So that makes me really nervous. So I'm always early. Anyway, so due to Mariette, we're doing the splits today. But unfortunately for everyone joining in today, we're not going to warm up for it by stretching. No. We're going to work very hard, get really warm, get all the muscles worked, warm and ready, and then we'll split towards the end. So get ready to get tired. It's going to be flowy. It's going to be warrior flowy, squats, goddesses, anything that warms up and works the legs. And then once we're super warm, we're going to try and go into the splits. Only stretching will be slight hamstring and hip flexor stretching, just to get that out. And then you're off. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go.
He looks like the HMV dog.
I don't know what he's doing. Okay, child's pose at the back of your mat. Stretch yourself forward and get yourself ready. And also, if you want to thank Mariette afterwards, please write her a little message. Especially if you're in pain or very tired, that's all her fault. Everything's her fault. She's quite aloof, so she won't answer back. Stretch it out. And then onto your hands and knees. Align yourself, push into a cat stretch. Tuck that tummy way in and reverse into a cow. And then just wiggle yourself, like from side to side, do kind of turns like a worm into one direction. And you'll feel a little bit of stretching over the hips. Well, I call it the hips, but it's not really the hips. The pelvis, the iliac crest. And then the other way. And then back to the middle, push into a cat stretch again. Just rock forwards and back. And back to neutral spine. And just sit up on your knees at one knee forward, 90-90. Make sure you put something soft underneath your knee, sadly, if it's sore. So 90-90 and tuck in your tailbone. Don't lean forward yet, don't do this. You just want to tuck that tailbone way in as much as you can to feel that stretch. And you should feel it. Hands on your knee at the front, tuck, tuck, tuck. And let that stretch. If you don't feel that, then you're going to obviously go completely flat in your splits. If you do feel that, hold it. Loosen it up, get it ready. Tuck that tailbone in. Now just rotate towards the leg that's in front. Just rotate your torso, tuck that tailbone in while you're rotating. And back to the middle, tuck, tuck, tuck. So just hold that, 30 seconds. Don't ease it off. Tuck it more and more as it eases off. You'll feel that you will get that pelvis way under as the hip flexors ease off. Lengthen yourself as well. That helps it kind of don't lean into it. Nice and straight. Lengthen, tuck, hold. And just bring the knee back, other side, 90-90. Something soft underneath your knee, and whoa, tuck. Not going down that side today. Tuck, 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 roll it up, tummy in, back straight. Just rotate towards the front leg with your torso, keep tucking. Squeeze this glute in, the opposite glute to hold you in position. The more you squeeze it in, the more you tuck your tailbone under. And rotate back. Tuck, squeeze that glute. You almost want to over tuck it to really get that stretch in. So you really want to squeeze that glute and over tuck as much as you can. Do you feel it, Louis?
Yep.
Can you tuck a bit more?
Is it this? Just after there? Yeah.
And back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, and the new joke is downward dog resty pose, which apparently is not a resty pose, I found out. Stretch it out. Take your time in the resty, in inverted commas pose. Sway from side to side, get those calves loose. And then just lift up onto your toes, tuck your tummy in, push your bum to the back of the room and drop your heels behind your toes. Keep your back straight and just, I would say, hold it for 30 seconds. Just get the weight in your fingertips as well so that you don't put all the weight in your palms. So spread out your fingers, press them into the floor. You don't have to claw it, but just spread it into the floor, and that should shift the weight a little bit. Drop the heels, keep pushing back, and just hold. Let that stretch. So we need that as well, all stretched out today. Almost done. Just let that stretch. Then go onto your toes, keep your bum lifted, rock forward so that your shoulders is over your hands. Engage your legs. Hold it there, push away from your shoulders, and go into your first strange little push-up. Push it back up. One more. Push it back up. And then push your bum back. Once it's as far back, tummy's in, then drop your heels behind your toes again. And just let that stretch. It needs to loosen up. Walk it out. And walk it into the front of the mat. Bend legs. Fold over your legs. Let your back stretch and let your torso go onto your legs to the point where your chest almost touches your knees. And just stay there. Keep the legs bent, feet forward. You can straighten out your legs a little bit if you can. Bend the knees, roll it up all the way to the top. Take a nice deep breath in, hands into your chest. Okay, let's start the flowing. Let's get it warm.
Sorry.
Let's get ourselves nicely warmed up. Okay, to the front of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Chair pose. Arms next to your ears, bum pushed back, coming in. And we'll have to do chair warm-up. So go onto your toes, hold that chair, and just walk your heels out like we usually do. Keep the bum pushed back. Don't dip your body down too far. Keep that nice and diagonal. Just push your bum back, arm next to your ears. Back to the top. On your heels. Sorry, on your toes. Push your heels back. Chair pose. All the way down into a forward bend. Once you're down, straighten out your legs only to where you can. Keep your tummy in. And we're going to go tabletop on the inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Curve it from your hips, chest going down. Inhale, tabletop.
Mariette says she's struggling to comment.
Mariette has heard us.
And she is saying thank you for the splits.
She's commented back. She's not as aloof.
She says she's staying aloof.
Exhale down. Inhale up. We need to get those hamstrings nice and loose. Last time, forward bend. Hands to the mat. Step back on your right leg into a high lunge. Front knee bend. Back leg strong. Stay on your toes. We're going to drop that back knee down. And don't touch the floor. Hold it there. Tuck your tailbone in once it's down. Straighten it back out. We're going to dip forward. Diagonally, so don't arch and try and go down with your chest. Keep everything nice and straight. Arms next to your ears. Lean forward into that front leg. Lift it back up to the top. Drop your back knee. Tuck in your tailbone once it's dropped. Hold. Straighten out that back leg. Put that foot on the floor and open up into a warrior two. Knee out. Back foot on the floor. Bum tucked in. Warrior two. Let's get those legs nice and loose. So we're going to dip forward the knee, bend the knee in, but don't dip the body forward. Keep the body straight. So dip the knee in as much as you can without overshooting your toes. Lift it back up. Dip it in. Lift it back up. Dip it in. Back leg strong, bum tucked in. Lift it back up. One more time. Hold it there. Now we're going to lean forward with our body. And you know this. Take the top arm over. And bring it back to the top. Drop your arms. Lift up that front knee, or straighten out that front knee. And go back in. Keep the body straight. Keep the bend, lean forward. Bring the arm over. Lift it back up to the top. Drop the arms. Straighten out the front knee. One more time, bend it in. Straighten out. Bend it in, back leg strong. Hold it there. Lean forward. Take the top arm over. All the way back to the top. Drop the arms, straighten out the front leg. Keep that front leg straight, lean forward. Okay, into a triangle. Hold the triangle. Tuck your bum in. You don't have to go far down. Hold the triangle. We need that stretch. Top arm behind your back. Open up your chest. Bind your hand on your thigh if you can. And just hold that position. Lift the bottom arm up to the front. Hold that bind with your arm. Take it all the way to the front. I never know which way. Keep the bind, that's holding you straight. Now take that top arm all the way up. Take it all the way over. Make sure your legs are engaged. Lift it up to the top. Drop your arms. Bend your front knee in. Side angle bows. Stretch this waist, so keep it straight. Stretch that waist. We're going to rotate all the way back to the top. Straighten out both legs. Turn both feet to the corners of the mat and go into the goddess. Make sure the knees are out. The bum is tucked in. We're going to stay goddess long. Arms to the front. So we're going to take the arms to the side, lift up, and to the front. Bend it in as far as you can. To the side, bend it in. To the side, bend it in. And again, breathe with it. Inhale up, exhale down. See how far you can go down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, tuck that bum, exhale down. Don't lean forward. One last time. And hold. For 3 breaths. Hands on your knees and tilt one shoulder in. Squeeze the legs out with your hands. Lift it back up to the top. Straighten out. Shrug the shoulders back. Other side. Lift it back up. Hands into your chest. Straighten out. Turn your feet forward. The width of your legs is up to you. Turn your feet forward. We're going to go into a tabletop. Make sure your legs are engaged. Tabletop. Hold that tabletop. And then while you're holding it, try and get the weight evenly distributed through your feet. Lift it all the way up again. Grab your hands behind your back, drag your shoulders back, tabletop, rotate over. Rotate your shoulders into a forward bend. Keep your legs engaged. Weight to the front of your feet. Now let your arms go all the way to the floor and go into a nice little forward bend. Head down if you can. Legs engaged. Weight to the front of your feet, so do push forward. And lift it up to tabletop. Tabletop back. Bend the knees. And forward bend again. Put the shoulders underneath the knees if you can. Drop your bum. So you're almost putting your legs on your arms. So your shoulders is holding you. Can you do this, Louis?
No.
And straighten out. Tabletop, feet forward, all the way up to the top. Take a nice deep breath in, hands into your chest. Turn out the other foot. So I think it's right foot. Turn out. Arms to the side. Go into your warrior. Don't worry, we will finish in a high lunge. So warrior, back leg strong, foot on the floor, hips straight, shoulders straight, bend that front knee in. And we're going to inhale that knee up, keep the body straight, exhale it down. So the body isn't moving, it's just the knee. Inhale up, exhale down. Nice, and go for that exhale. Tuck the bum in while you do that inhale up. So as you exhale down, knee is out, bum is strong, hips is open, and up. And again. And up. And this time we're staying down with that knee, a nice big bend. We're leaning forward. And coming back. Tuck that bum in, forward, back leg strong. Coming in. This time we're leaning forward, staying there. Take that top arm over. Lift it back to the top. Open up. Lift it, straighten out the front knee. Bend it in. Hold. Lean forward. Top arm over. Lift it back up. Open up the arms. Straighten out that knee. Bend it in. Lean forward. Take the top arm over. All the way back. Open up the arms. Straighten out that leg. We're bouncing in twice. We're straightening and bending twice. Oh, my shoulders. And bend it in. Straighten out. Bend it in. Hold it there. Lean forward. Take the arm over. Lift it back up to the top. Open up your arms. Straighten out that front leg. And go into your triangle. Slide and dip. Keep that triangle position. Find it so the waist is straight. This back hip is lifted. This leg is engaged. If you struggle with it, having it straight, bend it a little bit. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit bent. Tuck everything in and under. And we're going to take that top arm, bind it behind our back so you can grab your thigh. Hold it there. Make sure the legs are engaged and you're in a straight line. Shoulders up. Take this bottom arm to the front first, where you're looking. And slide it all the way to the other front, where you're not looking. Lift that top arm over, bring it over and lift it up all the way to the top. Open up your arm, bend that front knee in, side angle pose, stretch it out. Stretch this waist. Keep a straight line, keep that bum tucked in. Nice and strong position. Now we want to just take that hand to the floor. Move your right leg so that it's just towards the right side of the mat, but still in the middle. And then turn that back foot in to a high lunge position. Lift up into your high lunge. Bend the front knee in. And then you're going to bend that back knee in. Don't touch the floor. Tuck the tailbone in. And straighten out the back leg. Dip it forward. And lift it up diagonally. Dip forward. Lift it up. Dip the back leg in. Hold it. Tuck the tailbone in. Straighten out that back leg. Dip it forward. Hands to the mat. Step it back to downward dog. Downward dog. Just walk your heels out because I'm guessing your ankles took a little bit of a beating. Forwards to plank. Everything tucked in and under. And we're going to do half a push down and push it back up again. Half a push down, push it back up, downward dog. Now, I want you to walk your feet to the side of the mat. Drop your heels.
Reset.
Push your bum back. And then I want you to walk it in a foot's distance. And that's up to you how straight it is. It doesn't matter, you can keep the bend. Push your bum back a little bit. Then walk it in another foot's distance. Again, it's up to you how straight that is. You can lean forward, elbows, shoulders over your hands. Tummy in. And if you can, walk it in towards your hands. Keep it wide. Go into that forward bend. And bend your knees in. Keep them wide. And we're going to go into a wide-legged chair pose. Push your bum back. Hold it. And then you're just going to rock side to side in that wide-legged chair pose. And stop in the middle, sweep the floor, bring your hands in between your legs, walk your arms back, keep your legs bent. You can straighten out a little bit, depending on your flexibility. Keep your tummy tucked in. And bend the knees in, roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug your shoulders back, bring your feet in nice and close. Hands into your hips, chair pose. So and actually just a chair squat. Tummy in, bum back, and start to walk out. You can take your arms to the front to hold your balance. Walk out your feet again. Back into chair squat. Now go onto your toes. Start falling. And back to chair squat. So we're going to exhale onto our toes. Try and hold balance. Inhale into this chair squat. Exhale toes. Keep that bent leg position. And back to a chair squat. Push your bum back nice and far every time you go into that chair squat, onto your toes. Back into your chair squat. Sit on your chair. Hold your chair, sweep the floor, hands on the mat, straighten out your legs only as far as you can. Step back to downward dog. Walk it out. Okay, more warm up, yay! We're gonna lift the right leg up, nice and high, and we're going to bring it into our chest. And we're going to keep the same leg. We can do this with the same leg. Hug it in nice and tight, push it back. 5 times, hug it in, come forwards into a plank, push it back. Forwards into a plank, push it back. 4, push it back, and 3. Oh, 5. Push it back, back to downward dog. Go back, okay. Lift up the left leg, nice and high. Bring it in, push it back. Bring it in, nice and. So really lift that knee up into your chest when you come forward. 3, push it back. 4, push it back. 5, push it back. Back to downward dog.
You said.
Lift up the right leg again.
That's a good one.
Yeah, tuck it into your chest. Bring it to the front of the mat. Keep the front leg bent. Take your arms a little bit forward and we're going to lift up into a warrior 3, sorry. Back leg strong. Tuck that bum in, hold that. You can straighten out that front leg and you can go into a bigger stretch if you want.
Oops. Difficult with that.
Bend the front knee in. So you're in a one-legged squat. Bend both knees in, but keep it off the mat, that lifted leg. Straighten out again. And then you can just push that leg back to the floor. Heel pushing back, lift up into a high lunge. Bend that knee in. The back leg, hold it, tuck the tailbone in. Now put it on the floor. Keep that tailbone tucked in. Really tuck it in. You should feel that stretch quite vigorously. Relax the shoulders. Okay, lift that back leg up again. Straighten it out. Hands to the mat. Step it back to downward dog. Forwards to plank. Push up, halfway down. Push it back up. And 2. Push it back up. Back to downward dog. Tummy in, lift up the left leg. Bring it into your chest. All the way to the front of the mat. Take your arms to the front, lift up that back leg into warrior 3. Now whether this front leg is bent or not, it's up to you. Now you can straighten out that standing leg and really go for that standing split without falling, please. Bend both knees in. Don't put the leg in the air down. Just hover there. Keep the body straight. Back straight, push it back to warrior 3. Take that back leg to the mat, into a high lunge position. Lift up into high lunge. Back leg, drop it down, hold. Tuck that tailbone in. Now put it on the floor, but keep that tuck. Keep the toes tucked in. And just hold that stretch. Hands to the mat. No, sorry. Yes, hands to the mat. Do we lift up? It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Step it into the front of the mat. Bent legs, fold over your legs. Now again, try and place your torso down so that your spine stretches, so that your chest goes to your knees. You can grab behind your legs, your hands behind your legs, and straighten out as far as you can. Hold that. Now bend the knees in. Let go of the hands and straighten out again. So we're going to go tabletop inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Tabletop inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Tabletop inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees, step back to downward dog. Now your last downward dog, find a comfortable place to stand so that you can really drop down those heels. Lift up onto your toes. Push your bum back, keep the tummy and keep the back straight. Then drop your heels behind your toes. Really push it back. Keep that tummy in. Nice and strong position. Fingertips on spread out and squeezed into the floor, just to get the weight off your palms. Knees to the floor, chart pose. Are you ready? Are you warm? Are you warm?
No, I'm freezing.
Are you sweaty? If you're not sweaty, you have to go again.
I need to go and wipe my mat.
Okay, so before we start, lean back a little bit, keep the body straight. Just let them stretch. Are you ready? Let's see how it goes. Was it sweaty enough?
It was, I think. I wonder what my head will say.
My head, was it sweaty enough? Text Louis.
What does Tanya, Wendy, and Julia and Gillian say?
Tanya, Wendy, Julie and Julie. Julie and Julie. Julie and Julie. Ah! Mark.
I don't think Ferdinand is doing it today, see?
Wow.
So we've got a comment. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Maria said yes, it was good and it was tough enough.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, take your good leg to the front. You can choose which one that is. And then dip forward into that hip flexion stretch.
That's my good leg.
Okay, now the thing holding us back most of the time is the hip flexors, not the hamstrings, although you feel the hamstrings. So push that back foot back and back knee back as far as you can and hold it. Once you've got it as far as you can, lift yourself up. Keep your tailbone tucked in though, so try not to arch your back too much. Keep that tailbone tucked in and push that down. Tailbone in, so you're not arching, pushing it down, you are actively almost resisting that stretch. Keep this bum tucked in. Make sure the foot looks back, then go back to the floor. Scoot the front leg out as far as you can. Now, keep your hands on the floor at all times. Do not let go and don't go further than what your body tells you, because if you do, you're going to rip some muscles off and you're going to get injured, and then all hell is broken loose. And the class helped because I can lift up my arms.
Well done, you.
Usually I can't. Whee!
I think I'm as far as I
Okay, so you go as far as you can.
go.
Enjoy.
The other side.
No, we're not on the other side yet.
Oh.
Wherever you are, hold it.
Oh.
Give it 30 seconds. Don't go lower.
Really should have been clearer.
Don't go lower. So if you're there, hold it there.
Who else can do it? Oh my God, I tried.
The warm class did help. I usually can't get into the splits anymore.
Yes, I think that's
And then come out. Oh, what was that? What was that?
my toenail.
Oh. And come out. Off that stretch. Lean back again. Stretch out. Louis, you were too quick.
Sorry.
You were too quick.
I'll stay the other one longer.
I'm so glad we did the warm class because that really helps for the splits. I don't know if you've noticed this. We've done it 2 times.
I think I've gone further than
yes.
normal, but
so you shouldn't look at me. I've gone further than usual. Have you gone further than usual? Whether it doesn't matter where your triangle is, as long as your triangle is a little bit further
no, it's
down.
actually 3 centimeters away.
3 centimeters. How do you know it's 3 centimeters? So Fanny's going with the ruler. 3 centimeters. Okay, so remember 3 centimeters. Let's do the other side.
If I was 3 centimeters away, we just call it.
Would you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so again, go into that. The other leg, the bad legs at the front. Before you go down, just stretch out that hip flexor. I didn't do it the previous time, so let's see if it works. Tuck that tailbone in, hold that stretch. It's definitely what held me back today. It was definitely my back one.
I think it was my legs.
It was loose legs. Okay, go forward. Now take that back leg back as far as you can. As far as you can. And then once it's back, just go up a little bit. Don't arch your back and push it down. Resist it by keeping that tailbone tucked in and that glute squeezed in as much as you can. and then come all the way down. And now you can start to do your moves. Back leg back, front leg forward as far as you can. Don't force it.
If I could put a wheel under my front leg.
I can't. So this side is not my good side, so I can only go up to there. Hold it. So just hold it wherever you are. See if you've gone a little bit further. And fall out of that and come back to the middle. Louis can't fall out of it.
I'm just trying to stretch.
So I'll wait for everyone to come back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out. Sit up nice and high. Fill up your wings. I really enjoyed that. I'm so glad I can go down on the one side.
Oh.
I shall work on the other side.
Yes.
So I just want to say, usually when I've gone that far in splits, the next day my hamstrings and hip flexors kills me. I can't do it. So just be aware of that. You might have tight hamstrings tomorrow. Okay, so drop it down. Oh, you know what will work? If we use the massage gun on those muscles before. Oh, very excited about what I'm going to test out now.
I'll take my leg off, it will also work.
Flap your wings. Okay. Sit up nice and high. Just drop your chest forward, elbows pushing the legs down. Keep the tummy tucked in, don't arch the back. Keep everything nice and straight. Let those inner thighs stretch a little bit, lower back. But keep the back straightish. You should feel this with your spine being so tight. Keep your back straighter. And all the way up to the top. Cross your legs. Sit up nice and high. Take a nice deep breath in. You are excused for today. Have a lovely Saturday. I will see you tomorrow for a very tame class. It's not going to be necessarily that stretchy.